This conference will now be recorded.
Item number 1 on tonight's agenda is consent agenda items. We have A, B, C, and D. Approval of minutes, statement of bills, appointments to Stormwater Runoff Technical Review Committee, and approval of accepting the 2024 Law Enforcement Trust Fund Report.
Mayor, I'm the one that delayed that technical runoff review committee, and I did get information from the city manager, and I appreciated that, and I have a better understanding of it now. So I would make the motion to approve consent agenda as presented.
I second.
We have a motion from Councilman Malat, a second from Councilman Mullen. Will the clerk please call roll?
Yes.
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 Item 2, requests or comments from the public. Just a reminder to start with your name and address. You'll have 3 minutes.
Steve Johnson, 507 High Street here in Edwardsville. First, I want to say thank you to Mark and the council for getting that information as far as verbal last. That being said, several of us are very satisfied with the plan, I guess you would say. Me personally, it's like we can use gamma for our arms. It's like putting a band-aid on arteries already. That's the case, well, so be it. And also, I asked, if I got the information correctly, but the state next to me, correct me. There's talk about $200,000 fund to go to the home. If that's the case, is the safety of the citizens anything more important than so we can live with all? Let's go back to one of my original complaints after I moved to the city, which is probably going to do. Is the infrastructure of the city is not very good. I hear complaints about the city's streets, hard brings up about how sidewalks in certain areas they can be corrected. But we keep forgetting, in order for the city to grow, if you want it to grow, you don't have infrastructure representation. Not only for bringing in business, but also safety.
Moving on, item number 3, conducting a public hearing regarding the potential unsafe structure at 250 North 110th Street and consider adoption of resolution 2025-08.
Mayor, thank you, Mayor, Council. We have before you item number 3. We're going to open the public meeting, hear testimony, close the public meeting, and then you'll hear action item. We're going to be considering resolution 2025. I'll give a background and then open the public meeting.
We just need a motion to open the public meeting.
Make a motion to open public meeting.
I second.
We have a motion from Councilman Shriver, a second from Councilman Mullen. Will the clerk please call roll?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Council. You have some of this background on it, gives you some of the historic details, but I want to cover the fact that at 250 North 110th Street had already been declared by Council by resolution 2023-15 a dangerous and unfit structure. I think the obstacle and advice of our attorney was that ownership and the summons of them, the notice file a report, September 25th, 2023. You recall the contents of that report. Essentially, notable hazards included cracked and shifting foundation, correct? Severe roof rot and truss failure, is that correct? Broken, open windows, doors allowing animal and illegal human entry, is that correct, sir? Structural settling and compromised roof support, is that correct, sir? And how did you make these observations? What was your observations on property? How did you deem this particular structure fit or unfit? That was your prior assessment? Have you been there since? Yes, I heard about more. And should that structure remain, what tactics would you take related to firefighting? So you think that was unfit to enter even for the firefighters if there was an active fire there? And what is your recommendation for this unfit structure? Does council have any questions? Move for discussion, or if you'd like to public comment?
If any in the public wanted to give comment on this during this open public session, now would be the time to do so. There being none, any council comments or questions?
I do. Are the taxes up to date?
My last search, I believe it.
Who's the owner of that property at this time?
It's still somewhat debatable. I understand that they moved to foreclosure in the last 10 days. Of record, finding its house. Remind me of the bank again, with that Blue Ridge Bank.
So what's the problem on getting a hold of Compass, because they're doing so much stuff up there anyway? How is it so hard to get a hold of them? Moving forward on that, if we take it past this and destroy that building, what's to say that they won't file suit against? What kind of recourse? Is there a possibility of something backfiring on us for doing that? We don't do that very often. I think very often. Yeah, I agree with our staff and that it definitely needs to come down because it is an eyesore up there. But what would it cost the city to have it demolished and cleaned up? And where does that come from? Thank you.
But they still own the property.
If there are no other questions, we'll need a motion to close the public hearing.
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second. We have a motion from Councilman Shriver, a second from Councilman Adcox. Will the clerk please call roll?
Yes.
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 What would be a recommended date on that timeline?
60 days, I think. December 2nd, February. Fine.
I'll make a motion to pass resolution 2025-08 with the date of August 8th for the structure to be removed or repaired by.
I'll
Second.
second.
We have a motion from Councilman Shriver, a second from Councilman Mullen. Will the clerk please call roll?
Yes.
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 Item number 4, consider the adoption of ordinance 1084, an ordinance establishing the Edwardsville Public Library as an administrative department of the city.
Do I need
Does
to
that
state
make sense?
I make a motion that the structure at 250 North 110th is unsafe and dangerous.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilman Shriver, a second from Councilman Mullen. Will the clerk please call roll?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. Now on to 4. Consider the adoption of ordinance 1084, establishing the Edwardsville Public Library as an administrative department.
Mayor, Council, you have item number 4, background information. So in my letterhead, I would say the city attorney worked on the official legal documents. The team saying we'll absolutely ban this particular book, but people have, through this ordinance, the necessary legislation to enact some of these things. And there's even a process that someone could appeal and challenge that particular decision. So you have those required policies for collection, development policy, parental control of materials, and access by minors, restriction on permanent materials, improvement materials, and procedures for challenging materials. For Ryan.
It was prurient.
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 Okay, there you go. So those are really the part of the key points to this particular ordinance 1084, and staff would recommend that you adopt.
I make a motion to adopt ordinance 1084, an ordinance establishing the Edwardsville Public Library as a department of the city of Edwardsville, Kansas, contingent upon the effectiveness of charter ordinance number 2025-02.
Second.
A motion from Councilman Shriver, a second from Councilman Adcox. Will the clerk please call roll?
Yes.
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 Item 5, consider the adoption of ordinance 1085, an ordinance amending Appendix A, Section A 13.002 of the Code of Ordinances to adopt updated sewer rates effective July 1st, 2025 and July 1st, 2026.
Mayor, council, you have the background information on item number 5. This is a request from staff to adopt ordinance number 1085. This ordinance that is appendix A, which is our fee schedule specific to sewer rates and code of ordinances. And the reason we're asking you to do that is because that's a part of our agreement with the unified government. It's in Kansas to process our sewer, and they charge certain rates, and our long-term agreement has escalators for each year. Now, there are more years associated with this, but I'm just going to do a couple at a time. They're mid-year adjustments, and the reason they're important is because solvency of that particular fund, right? The more they pass on to us that we don't, unfortunately, we have to pass these on. If we don't do that, you're going to run out of money. And we've told you several times, several reports, these sewer systems are big ticket items. They break, they're very expensive. I mean, one pump is, 100,000, that sort of thing. And we've had a lot of deferred maintenance on this stuff. So we're a little worried if we didn't take care of that particular account. We unfortunately have to ask to have this passed on. We're not solvent enough. We don't have enough reserve balance in there to not pass it on. So we'll go through just some of the background, the rates. This is our current sewer rate. We have the base monthly rate, residential 24.95, and that there's variable rate for center or 100 cubic feet. We go by gallons, of course, and then you have your commercial rates there. So that's where we stand right now. And projected the unified government cost increases based on our agreement. We have a mid-year adjustment. If you look at the facility charge, that's the charge specific to their hardened facility, doing the work there and having that facility there. And then there's a volume processing charge. Both of those are increasing. 15,170 is what it currently is now. We'll go to that 777 a month. And then that facility charge for 2026 will go to that 16 plus. And those are contractually down numbers. And then the volume charge will be agreed to as well. And it represents about that 3.9994% increase in both of those. And then you can see what our cost is. We have the facility
So it looks like per month, it'd be about $1 increase per month starting in July, and then next July it'd be about $1.05 additional.
Remember, not everyone is going to school. The customers who use it pay.
Make a mo, oh,
Go ahead.
make a motion to consider adopting ordinance number 1085, an ordinance amending Appendix A, Section A 13.002 sewer rates of the Code of Ordinances.
Second. We have a motion from Councilman Shriver, a second from Councilman Adcox. Will the clerk please call roll?
Yes.
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 Item 6, consider a motion to recess into executive session pursuant to KSA 754319B2 for consultation with legal counsel which would be deemed privileged in the attorney-client relationship regarding potential litigation. This would include our city manager, our city attorney, and our litigation counsel. And for about how long do we need?
20 minutes.
So to return at 6:46 p.m. Just need a motion.
Make a motion to recess into executive session for 20 minutes, returning at, I'm sorry, I can't even see that, 6:47, the glare.
Yeah.
I second.
We have a motion from Councilman Shriver, a second from Councilman Mullen. Will the clerk please call roll?
Yes.
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 This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Make a motion to return to regular session.
Second. We have a motion from Councilman Shriver, a second from Councilman Adcox. Will the clerk please call roll?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
City manager report.
Thank you, Mayor. I did put out some correspondence to you and just kind of wanting some direction. One of the, we had 3 different meetings over the last 18 months in which the post office, and it was discussed several times prior to that, of what to do about the condition of the post office. Maybe there are other options. If you recall, in some discussions of the board on council at that time, in the original discussion about the city facility, we talked about that bringing post office to 60 days. What the idea. That was mentioned, I know a lot specifically went to that and the addition to that particular building. Some time ago I inquired about what are the options for this is under lease for a big development in 6. There are some options that we have. I gave you those options. We don't have to do anything at all. Frankly, it's just I did the research. I'm letting you know, and you can give me direction. One of the things we do have to decide, and that's kind of prompted some of the discussions. What do we do with the police building? Currently, it's scheduled for demolition in place. We can. It's mobile. Could we reuse it? Could we give it away? Could we sell it on footwear? There's a number of things. We want to make that day. We have to think about those kinds of things. I thought, well, could this be this big as a post office? But aesthetically, it's terrible. So we would want to move
you. Councilman Mullen,
No comments.
Mark
Councilman Millet,
River, what's going on across the highway from where I grew up, west of the BP station, where they're back against the railroad track, digging around?
They've got some facility structure going on there as well, right? That's,
I don't know.
yeah, the cell phone tower. They were approved for that a few years ago, and they just now decided to go massive.
They don't have to be approved, though, do they?
Well, that's their cell phone folks, but they
Right.
their due diligence, but when it was fresh to us, that was a while back. So it was recently, they engaged all of it, they've been under construction, they're going to construct AT&T related facilities.
That should help some of our phone people on connectivity with AT&T. Can you hear me now? I like the studying on that post office, and like you said, originally we had planned to try and put a post office in the new city's facilities, but I don't want to get in trouble here, so Josh, stop me if you want, but the codes needs to be on that building now. If there's a restaurant there, and if you go in that restaurant, you're going to look at bird doo-doo all over the sidewalk. There's fascia boards off the windows up on top, and I'm just saying that I think our codes needs to go down there and have a little bit of it with them. So hope I don't get sued for saying that. I think codes needs code. I appreciate the codes efforts that they're doing right now, but I think they need to get a little more. We built that sidewalk when we did 4th Street and when we did the silent crossings. Now, are the homeowners or the landowners supposed to maintain those sidewalks, or does the city maintain those sidewalks? Like in front of the post office. Well, sometime go down there and walk around or go get a hamburger or something and just look at the condition of the front of that building. I shouldn't be restaurant qualified for that. I love that restaurant. So. Well, there's a door on the post office that hasn't been functional for a long time. You got to grip it to get it open. There's tiles coming up off the floor and so forth. And I think we're jeopardizing our chances of having postal service down here if we don't maintain what we've got or make what we have be maintained. So, and I don't want to lose that because it's already inconvenient enough. I go in the post office at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There's people with boxes trying to mail, and it's closed. And there's what's going on here? Well, you're going to have to take it to Bonner. So I think that we need to. I've had some contact with Sharice Davids's entourage, and we might be able to gain a little bit of help and support from them. But I think that's an issue that we need to deal with pretty soon. So. Thank you.
Councilman Shriver.
I just wanted to make a comment. We received the department updates and things that are happening within the departments, and I read them all. But there, there was the police department. I may need your help. I may need your help if you'd come up here, please. Oh, does he hear me? Yeah, good. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's about there was a pursuit. Somebody a pursuit, and the person like threw a gun. And when they ended up catching the guy, he didn't have the gun on him, so the police department had to use our dog to go find the gun. Am I saying this right? Thank you. So I said it. I probably didn't say it correctly, but kudos to our police department and Neo, for finding that gun, and some kid or teenager, whoever else could have found that. So kudos to the police department. That's all I wanted to say. That's, yes, thank you. That's it. Well, right. I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't know how to say, but there's been a lot of a few little excitement things going on up there, which, see, I knew I wasn't saying it right.
That's one of the reasons it's a great asset because of something like that. Even drugs thrown out of the car are a hazard to everyday individuals on the road.
Absolutely, but
So that's why I'm well trained.
right, whoever, anybody else could have found that gun and horrible things could have happened. So anyway, that, I found that very intriguing. So kudos to the police department. And that's all I have.
Councilman Adcox, no comment. All right. Well, this will be a quick one. Just wanted a quick reminder for community, we do not control fire hydrants in the city. That is all BPU. We could not spend another dollar on anything else in the city and it wouldn't do any good because BPU has full control of our fire hydrants. And so we do want to keep prioritizing that, maybe keeping the squeaky wheel and making sure that gets done. But it's not a finance issue. It's just getting the manpower out on the street on that. June is Men's Health Month, which is near and dear to Councilman Mullen's heart, I believe. So I wanted to mention that this evening. Have a great week.